this is part 2 of part 1. If you haven't seen part 1 of this video, I recommend you take a look at it. So you might be a bit behind. So a quick recap of what's been done. I took out the front sprocket, took out the chain obviously because it's not there. Replaced the rear sprocket. I ended up putting the tire on. I thought I was recording. The fire got corrupted, so there's nothing I could do. And replacing this tire, man, it is a pain. This tire over here, the rear tire, is not the easiest thing in the world, so I'm not gonna try it again. I'm sorry. When I make another video of replacing the tire, or when I'm doing my rear brakes, I'll do a video. But it is such a pain to get that tire on. It's ridiculous how annoying it is. This is the new chain that I bought. So it's just a gold chain. It comes with the links. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I already have the old chain. I didn't throw it away. I'm going to measure the lengths and then I'm going to cut it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. Alright, so that's 61 right here. I'm gonna take 62. Better to remove more lengths than to remove less, and then I'll remeasure it on the safe side because I don't want to run into this problem again. Alright, so basically what you need is a 12 millimeter. Just gonna go. That's a lie. You need a 14 millimeter. It's gonna go in here. You also need 24 millimeter wrench. That's gonna go in here to hold it. So what I did, so you don't need another person, you can just anchor it on the ground like that. Once it loosens up, it means it's, see, look, it's easy on a new chain. It's really difficult on an old chain, a chain that's been on your bike for 20,000+ miles, or not even, just 10,000+ miles. It's harder than it looks. So yeah, don't be fooled by these videos. It is pretty difficult. Alright, so feed the chain from the rear sprocket to the front. All you do is attach it, spin the wheel, catch it. So you attach it to the front sprocket, then feed it back down. There we go. I'm going to adjust the tire to where the mark is supposed to be. Okay, at the starting position where you're adjusting your chain. Once I do that, I'm gonna connect the chain together and then again readjust the chain. Alright, so make sure this is done properly. This thing is supposed to go that way, not. I realized it was wrong. I was staring at it. I'm like, man, this looks so weird. Like, why doesn't it look like it should? And I realized I had this flipped. So I flipped it back. So anyway, so I'm gonna adjust it and we'll be good. Alright, so now I gotta take out one more. I'm gonna skip this step in the video so I can get this thing done. So this is where you have the outer plates with the ring and whatnot. So there's 4 of the rubber rings. Okay. Then you got the outer plate. Okay. Then you got the grease. So spread the grease on the ring and on the seal ring. Anyways, so I'm just gonna lubricate it. On the inside, like so. Oh no. What the fuck is going on here? I don't understand. There we go. Put this bad boy back in here. Now I want you to use these screws to screw it in, then to cut it off with some pliers. So basically what I'm guessing is gonna squeeze it in and then cut it off, which is cool. That means you don't need to have like a special tool, you know? So make sure you read the instructions. So I'm gonna use a 10mm to get this. Is this 10mm? Yeah. I'm counting the amount of turns so I can try to get it done evenly. It's already better to do it on this end. Sheesh. Making my job so much harder. Now it doesn't say how much torque you should put in it. So I don't really know. So you gotta check to see if there is any thread coming through the other side. Right, there's supposed to be a good amount of thread coming through, so we're gonna do it again. There's some thread coming through here, some thread coming through here, but there's not enough thread here. So what I'm gonna do is do it. Can't put too much excessive force because once it breaks, I can't take it out and I'll just lose the chain. This is really stressful because you get this wrong, you're done. Not really sure I like this method, to be honest with you. Now you see it right there? That's where it should be. It should look something like that. See how there's threads on it? See the thread? It should be something similar to, it should look like that. So yeah, that's how it is. I'm gonna try it just a little more. But honestly, it looks good. I don't want to break it. Definitely don't want to break it. It's not even. You can see it on the other side. It's not evenly pushed in. So just a little more. Just a little more. Please don't break this, because I would not have a good night at all. Just gotta take my time on this one. So I feel like the other one is not. There we go. Really don't want to break the other one. The bottom one. It's a bit more difficult to get in, to tighten. So you tighten until you can't. Don't put too much force. And then you go back up, do the same thing. You keep doing that until you just can't on both sides. If you look on the edge, it should be lined up with the other pins. See, like I'm stuck, so sure if I put a lot of torque it'll move, but that means I could break it, and I don't want to do that. So that one's tight too. I'm gonna try the top one more time. Not too much excessive force on it. I think I've reached my limit. Now as you can see, it looks about even on both sides. It lines up. You can probably try to count the thread as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, yeah, just about 3. So the thread on the other side, not this side, but the inner side, should be 3 if you count at least 3. 1, 2, 3. And the third one is what actually is the pin being stuck. So now it says to just screw it in just a little bit, like right here, and then break it off. So you break it off with a wrench. Alright, so I screw it in just a little bit and then cut it off. Well, break it off. Now for the other one. Honestly, it looks thicker than all the other ones. So anyways, put everything back together. Should be it. So what you want to do is you put a bar, not a bar, a wood or something to hold the rear wheel together. Yep, like that. Just like that, so you can work on the front. So you put a wood, a thick wood in the rear wheel so you can hold it. Alright, this is 61 foot-pounds of torque. So that should be good. Yep, that's good. Just enough so it doesn't come out, but enough so you can remove it. Now you all set. Just put everything back in reverse order and adjust your chain, and you should be good to go. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Till next time.